2:45 in the morning. Come with us, Yeti at Large, on our first airline review.
Hi, and welcome to Yeti at Large. This is a channel focused on making the most out of what you have, no matter where you're at. Thanks for tuning in and helping out.
And since I've never done an airline review, I'm just going to copy all the big ones that I see. And I love how they start with that intro video of them all bleary-eyed in the morning, as if we're supposed to feel sorry for you that you get to go on some amazing trip. The booking process and interfacing with the airlines. And it said it could not process my request at this time. It timed out, ended my session, and logged me out. I've restarted the computer, and now I'm going on about 7 minutes of getting it to try to sign back in. Part of the joys of flying a new and small startup airline is you might be waiting for a bit. So we're down here at the gate. The flight's been delayed by about 40 minutes, which isn't the end of the world. And a lot of times that's actually out of the actual airline's control. Getting through the baggage check and the security process with checking a bag and having an additional item that requires next level scrutiny was very professional and very efficient. The people from the ticketing counter to TSA and the actual checkpoint for passenger security was A+. Wait times were very quick, and I love the way that they're doing next level canine work with detection dogs. I trust that dog's nose more than I would trust a dozen human beings' eyes and hands. So that being said, I've got a little bit of time to kill. I'm going to try to find an overpriced bottle of water and watch the jets come and go. The Airbus A220-300.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
One of the great things about this plane's advancements beyond a joystick and all-glass cockpit is you'll notice just to the left of the throttle levers there's a trackball which allows the flight crew to move through the flight management system quite quickly. Sometimes when things get so sophisticated, you'll find there's multiple ways to do the same task, and not one of them is perfect for every situation. That kind of flexibility gives this aircraft an ease of flying once they become rated on it. Had a chance to talk with the flight crew earlier. They seem very competent, professional, and they enjoy being part of this new airline. Not only did the cabin crew create a hospitable and enjoyable environment, but they kept a keen eye on their safety protocols. Impressed. Very impressed. Two Pratt & Whitney 1500G high bypass turbofan engines. This plane accelerated and got off the deck very quickly. I didn't record a decibel reading higher than 86 on my app on the phone. It's not calibrated, but that's respectable. Also, considering the efficiency these engines have in the fuel burn per passenger mile, makes this plane an outstanding candidate for a corporate jet. Now that we're at cruising altitude, let's talk about the cabin. We'll handle the negatives first. There was some attention to detail cleaning issues that could be easily remedied, but can detract for some people. Overall, this is a very brand new plane, and I had fantastic legroom. Was kind of odd with that strut running right down in the middle. Didn't interfere with my feet, but made putting a bag under there impossible. The biggest hurdle that I experienced an improvement opportunity was the USB port and the USB-C would not work. The outlet didn't seem to engage because of the way it was recessed in there with my large computer plug. I fiddled with it for 15 minutes trying to get power out of it to no avail. I even tried holding it in there to see if a little pressure would help. It did feel loose, so maybe it's a maintenance issue. Fortunately, I travel with a lot of adapters, and I used a European style plug adapter, and it seemed to have the reach to get all the way across. And voila, I got power for the laptop while I didn't have it to recharge the phone. So the leg rest was an interesting feature, and I think it's a little wasted on me at 6.5 feet. There it is, fully extended. I got a little bit of a kick out of that, but I never expected to be able to elevate my legs. As you can see, I'm not hurting for leg room at 6.5 feet tall, 250 pounds.
this was a very comfortable chair. The A220-300 to me is a Bombardier plane, not an Airbus plane. But like I was talking about earlier, incredible range and efficiency. I really enjoy the cobalt blue colors.
We want to welcome you to Charleston.
So from the back of the plane, it's strange how with 126 seats in a 3-2 configuration and then a 2-2 configuration, this little plane feels a lot larger than it is, except when I'm trying to go down the aisle and bump into people. It's got plenty of headspace, excellent crew work areas. The overhead bins seem a little larger than normal, and it makes for a pleasant experience. This was a little over a 4-hour flight, and it doesn't feel like you've been trapped on a 737. See you around.
Hey, have a good one.
Thank you, take care. And the best part again, like the flight crew was talking about, the flight deck allows for excellent crew resource management with multiple ways to achieve common tasks in the flight data system. And with that trackball, you can really get a lot of work done quickly. Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Take care.
We'll see you guys next time.
Alrighty. Yeah.
It's amazing how fast you can flow through that without having to punch into the old
There's so many different ways. I mean, you can bring the radios up here. You can literally do everything right here without even leaning forward. You can change.
Am I in the way?
Yeah, they're just waiting for you to
Okay.
if you point that people.
Thank you very much, Cap.
Hey, let's see if
Take care.
Your son going back.
That's fine.
Last one.
Ready to board?
Flight crew and the ground crew were very gracious to let me get some cabin shots, but got to turn around, get that plane to Hartford. Part of the key to having a budget airline and to keep costs affordable is to keep the plane moving. Minimizing those stops on the ground and delays at time is money. So I'm grateful to the cabin crew, and I got to tell you, I give the cabin crew an A+. Their cabin data management system allowed them to engage with the passengers on the plane and perform their dual role. They're not just there for hospitality. They have a profoundly important safety function that they need to perform. And I very much appreciate, sorry, I was the last one. I appreciate the way they did their safety functions with discretion. We're not going to talk a lot about their safety function. You can get that on other channels. But you can see a lot of people heading to Hartford here pretty soon. My first time in Charleston.
Down here at baggage claim, we got our bags after realizing they put them on a different carousel than we were originally told. And here is our Yeti at Large airline scorecard out of 100. Booking 76 because of the glitch in the system. Cost was excellent at 99. Until airlines are paying me to fly, it'll always be 99. Check-in was 95 just because of staffing having to work dual functions. Punctuality was 87. There was a slight delay in the air and on the ground. Boarding was excellent at 97. It went very smooth. The ground crew did a great job of getting the plane refueled and turned around. Cabin crew, again, A+, 100 all the way. They were phenomenal. Flight deck crew, again, safe, professional, and efficient, 100. The cabin experience was an 89 because of the cleanliness issue. The lavatory was a 94. It's hard to be anything but in a single aisle jet. Amenities were 82, low score because of the power issues I had. Disembarking was a 96, a great score. It went quickly, and I got some footage at the end. Baggage was 88 because of the wrong carousel that we were told. Overall, this airline scored a grade A at 91.92%. So we got a last minute update. Originally when I booked this ticket, I booked one way. My intention was to fly out here and then drive back to my departure point, but plans have changed due to the wonderful complexities of government bureaucracy. So that being said, I had to book a ticket today for a flight tomorrow morning. It was my only opportunity to be able to fly back on Breeze from where I landed at. I was hoping to be able to fly out of Charlotte. Breeze has got flights downrange, but nothing that I could fly directly from Charlotte to Phoenix. So, and again, small startup airlines. You couldn't beat the cost even though my ticket price went up $30. The booking process was much smoother this time, and I'm anticipating I'll do an additional review, much more brief,
and we'll just talk about the differences in the scorecard from the first flight experience. And I got a window seat. So we'll see you on the ground in Phoenix, and keep an eye for those shorts. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate having you here at Yeti at Large. Please like, subscribe, share this channel with a friend. Oh, and the show goes on.